afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast from me, your host, Imperial Dean, the one, the only master of propaganda, of theatre, riveting, spectacular, wondrous, 1v1 here on Faymonville Approach in the northeast, Tiramisu, always pretending to be Panzergrenadier Angreifen, taking on the role here of the German army, Deutschland, rolling out here with the... Oh, let's just go with Grenadier Brigade here with Grand Offensive, featuring Panzerfusiliers, smoke bombs, Infantry Sturmgewehr 44, Panzer Commanders and Tiger Tanks with double infantry medical supplies from the south. That is Recon support, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Taking on the role here of the 2nd Armored Division Recon support there, featuring raid tactics, INR Pathfinders, airdrop combo groups, DM8 Greyhound, cluster bombs with ambulance infantry, double rifle start there, and cool wagons for Tiramisu. And as always, a big thanks to my Patreon supporters, those wondrous bastards who keep me in the business. You too can join the ranks of Patreon or donating. And also big thanks to maybe me for, in fact, donating and support the Propagandacast. Big thanks to you, you wonderful bastards. And also, you can always just comment, like, share, subscribe, and press the bell button. Helps fight the YouTube algorithms, those little monsters. Otherwise, seems like Grand Offensive is having a bit of a surge of latent popularity. Partly Panzerfusiliers and partly I think people realising, hang on, the command target is still pretty good. We got Ravening moving northwards there, the south we got jumping, Panzer moving in there. Reason's holding up there, Rav Squad moving in there for Ashablois. Panzer moving in there. And we got Pathfinders out there for Ashablois. Specifically the INR, which stands for Intelligence and Reconnaissance, and Tiramisu's committing to more Panzerfusiliers. So yeah, it seems like there's a surge there again, and people going, you know what? Those Panzerfusiliers are kind of good. Cool bombing up, indicating the Rifles caught their shots, fires the rifle and push forwards. Sergeant Lee Roberts pushing forwards there, ordering his men to shoot those crowds dead. Well, what else can he shoot them for? I know, wounded. Rifle tracking Panzerfusilier, cool bombing nearby supporting. Rifle backing up, leaves enough for the Rifle squad should be able to push up close leg to beat them, but Ashablois there holding a bit back in the south. He looks like we're a push here for the southern field point there. Storm Panzers nearby. Up north, the 2nd Panzerfusilier squad moving forwards here for Tiramisu here against the Grenadier Brigade. One of 2 brigades formed out of the units defending the Wolfschanze. Fun fact, a good deal on the acting mounted on bicycles. And more importantly, the parts of the acting mounted on bicycles were usually the old men from the Landsturm, which is basically the predecessor to the Volkssturm. I always found that a bit amusing. And as cool bangs back jump taking up, he got pants funds against that on there, and they're not going to last against that. More punches on the way there for Tiramisu up north. They got punches going from the northern field point here. But it's going between the Rifle Squad Panzerfusilier here. Far east, got Rifle Squad coming up there for Ashablois. But it's going to get Pathfinders reactions moving up there. Rifle Squad testing the Panzerfusilier there, around the northern point here. Back here we got the Lieutenant almost on there for Ashablois. Bit of skirmishing there. And we got the truck on the way for Tiramisu. Fixing up the Kuhwagen there. Panzerfusilier advancing there for the glory of Deutschland. Kuhwagen up in the Panzerfusilier moving down there. Truck almost down there. Almost. Back here, Panzerfusilier moving forwards. Rifle Squad falling back towards the centre here. Ashablois trying to really get any sort of field grid going here versus Tiramisu. Definitely not great for Ashablois here. Also the infantry being let drive. We've got the 5th Cavalry there following up the Lieutenant. Should put some pressure there. Oh, Tiramisu there. Truck on the way. Likely going to be Battle Group headquarters, so that makes the most sense for the heavy Panzerfusilier build as always. But I mean, it could be surprised when the active goes for mechanized Recon. But there you go. Panzerfusilier routed. Rifle moving up there. 50 cal halfway down there for Ashablois. Sturm Panzer going for the field, but they're taking heavy damage. In fact, most of the infantry, in fact, are heavily damaged and not looking like they've had the best of days. We turn around here, flanking the Panzer squad. They're half health. We'll quickly able to fall back here. Truck moving in. There we go. It is the Battle Group headquarters for Tiramisu, as expected. So the Victor Point, big seas up far north here. We got the Panzer squad there, number 3, but 2 actually moving about sitting points. Mechanized command push there for Ashablois. The 5th cal being hauled forwards by the men. Grab the calf point there. Battle Group headquarters halfway done. Panzerfusilier being pushed forwards. Kuhwagen being repaired by the lone Sturm. Panies wait for the other guys to arrive. And there you go, charging forwards. But the damage has been done. The calf point has been hit. Tiramisu is now barely getting any resources all here versus Ashablois, who definitely is getting some resources going. 5th cal being hauled forwards there to defend the calf point against the Germans. Deny them their fuel. And there you go, mechanized command post almost done. Panzers there caught with the 5th cal. They will be able to grab the point here, but they will take a bit of a high toll in doing so. Battlefield headquarters up, could go for flak half tag versus Ashablois. Could also just go for MG34s. We shall see what Tiramisu decides to go for. East side here we got the reasons as the Panzerfusilier. And we got the Recon package on the way there for one Panzerfusilier squad. Looks like they're going to have to grab the point there, so they wait for the upgrade to finish, then we're back to reinforce for the rest. Kuban going for the sun field point here. Taking advantage of Ashablois, actually hard push northwards, worth noting we got several beacons up for Ashablois. Thumbs up. There you go, Panzer squad routed. We do get the flak after that there for Tiramisu back here, reinforcing. Could do an ambulance for that rifle squad there. Northern point ceased, G43 ready. They of course still need to reinforce the rest of the unit. But while in the track to ensure there's a Mycana and don't run off with it. Medics following up on the flak half track. Tank traps on the northern fuel point. So apparently Ashablois here quite content with conceding the south here to the Germans, the Krauts, the Nazis. 50 coming forward here for Ashablois. Quick rush for the building there. And the Germans are the ones out in the cold here with the 50 caliber on the outside as well. Still light tank halfway done. It's going to be definitely a challenge here for Tiramisu, who currently has no anti-tank weapons. Well, ways to tackle this. 50 coming forward to punch the Concorde here, but Jumbo being focused on as well. Here, Pathfinder's forming up a nice little core here. Not the best position to be in, but I suppose they're worst units to put in there. Just for the marksman rifle, they can pick up some men here and there. 5th cavalry repositioning as at Tiramisu strikes out at the center. We've got 456 victory points by the way. Northern victory point being seized alongside the northern munitions. Kuban got the southern fuel here, and got the southern victory point. Flak half tag up, but so is the steward here. Things are getting quite intense as neither side is really content with letting the other player get away with anything. Inflict Sturmgewehr already there for Tiramisu. Let's do a light tank rolling hit. Ambulance pulling up there for Ashablois. Flak half tag from the 50 caliber inside the house. And of course quickly backing off since it knows it can't deal with it and just risking shredded by armor piercing rounds. Turning into a very large and expensive sieve. So there we go. Tiramisu is in a bit of an awkward spot, having no anti-tank weapons. They'll of course have to wait for the Kenmare for them to deal with that. Until then, he's at a bit of the mercy of Ashablois, so really strong position right now for Ashablois. Of course, they will need to take advantage further. Weapon racks would be a great idea. Even considering laying down some mines for the re-echelons could also do Ashablois a great idea. But they definitely shouldn't allow those munitions just to sit and do nothing at all. That would be a bit bad. Flak half tag holding up there. Panzer moving in, so it's going to push northwards here, hoping that Ashablois' response to the north of the steward is going to be a bit delayed there, giving Tiramisu some time to at least gain the fuel point there and ensure that Ashablois doesn't get too far ahead here of Tiramisu. Back here in the American base, it's all quiet, it's all smiles and star-spangled banners. Lieutenant, they're holding up their cover, realize quickly turning into nothing as the flak half tech strikes for Kevin almost done there. Stuart meanwhile, it's not going as aggressive. This is great for Tiramisu. As that of course means the northern push is actually not particularly much under threat here from Ashablois. So there you go. The Kevin hold forwards here for Tiramisu. Going on the point here, we've got 2 squads equipped with the G43s. Probably the third one's going to be spelled, of course, in a pinch. Tiramisu could, of course, equip it with Panzerschrecks and just, fire a lot of rockets in the general direction here of Ashablois. Panzers on the northern point here, stood moving in there. Shots fired. Damage done. Not within range of the anti-tank rifle grenade there. Could try and sneak about here in the south, hit the points, then maybe actually try and outmaneuver Tiramisu through this path. Could be an option. There going for the southern field point here, taking advantage of Ashablois' hard push northwards, then strike south. And this way you can see both players are looking to sneak around the other players to hit them where they aren't ready for it. Basically causing the map to shift quite consistently. It's getting ready. Going for the captain here, not fast take there from Ashablois. Probably going to be into tank, and they have to see a pack howitzer. And Tiramisu committing to another punch for the squad at this time. Interesting. More recon packages, flag up taking hits here as Ashablois strikes for democracy. With the M51 stood here with the 1st Armored Division against the Führer Grenadier Brigade. Flak half tech blazing away, but there we go. 5th cover ready here. Flak half tech's going to spot and deal with it, perhaps in a Nice, well, but yeah, King still doing a ton of damage. Now they're pinned down, so they're probably not going to do it. Still close one there, actually, for Tiramisu. Still tank's going to rush in. They probably take it out here. Can Ashablois do it, though, or will there be some surprise here from Tiramisu? Apparently decided not to push the Steward any further hit. They're probably worried about something hiding around the corner, which could cause the Steward to be knocked out. I think that's the right call to make. Now, obviously, we know he probably could have gotten away with it, but obviously Ashablois does not. And so in that case, you got like consider the situation. You know, was it worth the risk? The answer would be probably not. I'm still being routed. Capping up with a BAR, still floating out ammunition. That feels like we know out there by Ashablois against Tiramisu here. Light Infanterie shots. Tiramisu going for artillery here over Ashablois. And there you go. Brief considered the Shield Grenade. Really considered it. And Knight might lose the Panzer here. Bit of a awkward call there by Tiramisu. And we got the 4th Panzer squad here ready. The Fuel Grenadier Brigade reinforcing the front, feeling there's a chance of success if they just pour in more troops. Well, I've got the Panzer moving from the north. Got the M110 here for Ashablois to probably help deal with the flak half attack. But obviously, also further tanks from Tiramisu, probably indicating there's a bit of a worry there, though. I feel like Ashablois might be able to get away with just pushing for a tank here fast. At least get it out of pack house as well. Still heading north against the Panzer squad on the northern fuel point here. Center south being reclaimed once more by Ashablois and the 1st Armoured Division. Further up north at Kuban was the Pathfinders. Panzer City Road here with the Steward Light Tank. Got 3 kills on it, half HP52. And there go M1 hanging out there for Ashablois. Weapon max finding for Ashablois. Very good, very good. And there you go, light infantry shots firing away here. Kuban neat repairs. 4 Panzer and there you go, equipping them all with Recon packages. No Panzer Shreks here for Tiramisu. Flak after Panzer moving forwards. Yeah, that's going to be quite a lot of firepower as an infantry. And it's honestly really going to necessitate, of course, BARs there on Ashablois. So it is good they are getting the BARs going there, but certainly could have those out soon. And of course, remember you can upgrade with 2 at a time. Rather than just 1. Definitely should upgrade them. Because they just got 1 there. Perhaps Ashablois has a strict rationing system. Panzer subs on the cameras there as well. Flak after behind current fine case of a rush there from Ashablois, or to perhaps seize an opportunity. Up north, Kuban striking northwards there. Though there's some infantry could move in and shot there. Down south centre is where most of the action right now is happening between Tiramisu and Ashablois, and the south is being claimed here. The worth noting Ashablois is really getting a fuel here on Tiramisu. And probably could again try and push for medium armor here faster than Tiramisu. Tiramisu has got truck out, so he'll be the spare punch quarters soon. And some Panzerwaffe. Center sees that the Panzers up north here. Push here. Sturm unit catching the Pathfinders in a pretty compromising position. That could be a wipe here. Oh, that is indeed a wipe. Small win there for Tiramisu and the German army. The Fuel Grenadier Brigade claims the squad. Sturm hitting northwards here. Veti 2, 10 kills. Going straight for the Essence. Will need to retreat soon, or else they will be shredded by the Sturm Pioneer. Oh dear, that could be another wipe here. Ashablois is losing control and start of the battle here. That is 2 wipes in short succession. Oh boy. I think they focus too much in the center here, allowing Tiramisu to pick off units here and there. This is really great for Tiramisu. Even like, you know, they're not huge units. They're still units that will mean that Ashablois has less stuff to grab points with, for example. Putting more pressure on the combat troops than also grab the stuff. So that's pretty good there for Tiramisu. Pretty good. Of course, still need to upgrade those rocking with more BARs. I'm suspecting they still only got 1 BAR. Yes, indeed. Should go for double bars. Should always double bar. Run northern point here. Flak half tech firing away there. Patrolling up there. Lieutenant standing about there as well. And we got here an airdrop combat group from Ashablois. Hauling in some artillery, but of course also the elite paratroopers. The Screaming Eagles. Okay. Just checking they landed too close to the tree line and were torn apart by ferocious squirrels. Ashablois avoided that. I imagine they'll be equipped with Browning light machines, though, of course, yeah. In theory, Ashablois really worried about it. Could, of course, equip with bazookas. But there you go, the double Browning light machine gun will put some serious pressure there on Tiramisu's infantry in return. South side being claimed here by the Panzers advancing here. But Ashablois really should begin pushing for medium armor soon. Meanwhile, Tiramisu is doing that. Fat cut the Shroud Punch Quarters already authorized, so good chance here of Tiramisu getting out of the tank ahead here. We've got the second line infantry going, further adding artillery pressure here, and certainly validating, I think, the pack out here from Ashablois, just because this Scraper's probably going to be like one of the better counters for the light infantry guns. There you go, first shot flies away there. Close but not quite, close but not quite. Tiramisu now holding, I think, a much more stable front line. Of course, Ashablois looking to find any weakness and exploit. And there you go. Right past the blind spot here. Punch was hiding behind the hedges. Oh, retreat. I was actually expecting that to tank rock grenade there, but Tiramisu decided not today. Second line gun almost done there. Going to tank rock grenade here, at least from the southern squad there. Damaging the enemies to the light tanks, halting its adventures a bit short there. In the center, Ralph squad, penetrating the punch squad, they're tearing them apart with light machine gun fire. BARs and Browning light machine guns. Punch squad, in fact, almost wiped out there. Not a moment too soon there for Tiramisu. Up north, they're still Punier Kuban trying to make a breach. Flag half track covering up here. Stalling in the advance from Captain Joe Jones from making any further progress. Lance gun there firing away. Good hit on the troopers. Pack out there. Looking for some targets to snuff out. Decent hit there, but no kill. South side there, further advances here. Ashablois still not taking up. Tiramisu getting close to the Panzer 4 here. The Panzerkampfwagenfield from Jod. Nothing still fighting happening in the Ashablois base. Points here being seized. Got the center. Sturmhaus right up north. We got 250 on the 431. Ashablois got a really nice lead over Tiramisu. Sturming forwards here. 8 kills on the flag half track, halfway between the Kuban bar where he's still alive. Actually 2-3 kills going from the Northern Fuel, but there's a 5th kill waiting here. A little freedom surprise. Pairs are ready. Stuart, they're taking hits here from the nearby Raketenwerfer. Punching holes to the Stuart light tank frontal armor. Bit of standoff here. Ashablois still not pushing for a mania. This is starting to become a bit disconcerting to see the first shot. 5th kill routed. Pack out to the firing way, hoping to kill some gems. So they actually bunched up for a flank gun. Think shot is a bit risky with the pack out, but there goes shot. Lands directly on the line for gun, but apparently the gun shield saves them from a rather premature death. Second shot, the old space make much impact. Panzer Fusilier here. Push back with the parents with the captain. Will Ashablois into another pack out eventually? And there you go. We do get the major, I think, on the way here finally for Ashablois. Yes, indeed, 17-minute mark. But now Tiramisu can go for the Panzer Volmolje. Of course, it could be that Tiramisu wants to go for the Command Tiger. As the Command Tiger is definitely getting a lot of prominence here in Oberkommando strategy. And I think people are realizing, hang on, that unit is still pretty damn great. Just took them, several months. Which says something about how the meta moves in company heroes too. Paratroop pumps opening up. He's still opening up. And there goes Stielhandgranate. Ooh, close one there, but not quite. Not quite. Landgun with 4 kill threats into 1. 1 kill on the pack cards so far, veterans 1. And there you go, major rout for Ashablois. Could go here for Sherman soon, but yeah, Tiramisu is definitely going here for the Command Tiger. But that does really give Ashablois an opportunity here, a window of opportunity specifically, against Tiramisu, like maybe do some heavy damage. And there you go, almost got the flag from the Stuart light tank spoke down, but this could actually work in favour of Ashablois, as of course they can't fire back at the Stuart through the smoke. So nasty loss there for Tiramisu, makes it even harder for Team Mech to defend against Ashablois. So now just relying largely on the artillery and all the Panzerfusilier, whereas Ashablois has a nice mix of combined arms, plus a light tank. So things getting a bit dicey here for Tiramisu, in particular the southern fuel point gets lost, since at that point Tiramisu has barely any resources really, get together for that command target. And they're going to take a turn to take out the Schwerer Panzer Hauptquartier here. Thankfully for Tiramisu, that is not hitting. Back here reinforcing, no son of armor yet here for Ashablois. Got the fuel, just needs the manpower and the will. The power. Kuban there being used as a spotter. If it's not careful, the only thing that's going to spot is his own demise. Tilly called in here by Ashablois, and Stuart goes down. A definite win there for Tiramisu. lessens the pressure and makes it easier to go for that command target here. Meanwhile, Ashablois is still not getting armor out. They'll probably have to go for a tank destroyer soon. Paratroop squad, a punch squad almost wiped out here. Casualties piling up here and there. We got 186 here for Tiramisu versus Ashablois, 431. Really big lead here for Ashablois. Tiramisu. Interesting enough, they did not go for the sun and fuel point there. That feels like a bit of a mistake. And there you go. M40 free Sherman for Ashablois. For freedom. Democracy. Package only back here. 4 kills. Veteran C1. Half 8 to Veteran 2. In fact, more than that. Troops are reinforcing healing. In the south, Panzer is hard to work. They see from the point there. Looking to stem the bleed of victory points. And the Paratroop there suffer a rather momentous barrage, which actually kills no one. And actually allows you to get back to heal. That's pretty lucky there for Ashablois. So that said, these double lines against them through quite helpful here for Tiramisu. Pack out of the 5 kills, close Veteran T2. Very, very close in fact. More fire here from Tiramisu. Ashablois found the front line a bit broken, and Tiramisu is incredibly close to the command tiger. It is a matter of seconds now. Has to command points, has to tech. Just needs to fuel, and there we go. Command tiger. Gefechtsbereit here for the Führer Big Light Brigade. And there, Grenadier Brigade, not the other one. So there you go. Command tiger out. Adding the Pinelmount machine gun as always. Could still upgrade some of the troops there with more BARs, and definitely I think at this point you upgrade the maybe with some bazookas the first to help deal with the command tiger, because Ashablois going to need a lot of firepower to help deal with that command tiger properly. But of course, obviously, well, Tiramisu makes use of the command tiger, though. Obviously, it's not going to matter much if Tiramisu uses it like a drunken, extra in some B-grade World War II movie. It tries to reenact Fury with it. Shouting forwards here. Grenade off. Not going for the point here. Command tank southwards. Shot fired. Didn't do too much there. Anti-tanks machine guns here. Rifle opening forwards. Sherman holding back to base. Obviously a bit worried about the command tiger there. I imagine Ashablois going to try and hold up the defensively there until they got some tank to start to put pressure on it. Of course, this is where laying down some anti-tank mines earlier here and there with the reactions might also been helpful for Ashablois. Could have caught it up and then, shot it to bits while he's struggling to get out of the situation. But for now, troops reinforcing healing. Still no bazooka on the major. A major oversight, if you will. Still, I think most of the infantry, in fact, is only equipped with a single BAR. I'm a bit surprised at that. Bit surprised. Looks like one of the lifeguards got cleared out though. Good work there by Ashablois on against Tiramisu there. Mines actively laid down by the paratroops. Not whether this is only the Recon support airdrop combat group support paratroop squad that can actually lay down mines. The ones from airborne cannot. But these chaps can lay down mines. Little bit there if you weren't aware of that. And good work there, Ashablois using 2 thumbs up. Major is a Sturmpion up north, got their T3 there, 16 kills. Oh, really bad luck there for Ashablois, caught by the Tiger tank and loses 2/3 of the entire squad. That's got to feel bad. Up north there, got Sturmpion forts there. Ashablois seems to have lost a bit of the mojo here versus Tiramisu, who seems much bolder now, of course, with a command tiger under his command. Sturmpion is the rifle squad up north here. Cat moving in, going to try and flash out those crowds. South side's got the Panzer moving forwards here. Has lost 1 officer at some point. But still taking his 1 from squad, so not too bad there overall. Ashablois can go for Jackson tank now, and I believe we'll go for it. Yup. M36 Jackson tanks on the way there for Ashablois to deal with that command tiger. We got 152 as 84. Ashablois still enjoying a strong lead here over Tiramisu in the victory department, but is starting to have some issues here with Tiramisu's build again. The double line of guns makes it much harder for Ashablois to just take this nice and slow. Forces Ashablois to have to get more aggressive, and Ashablois is clearly not too keen on the whole getting too aggressive thing here versus Tiramisu. I imagine in part due to the tank, but also the possibility of mines, I think, is causing Ashablois here to hesitate, which definitely works out for Tiramisu. An opponent is hesitant, usually an opponent who's a much easier target. Show them they're being fixed up. Jackson tank's almost done. Tiramisu definitely would benefit for some mines here and there, though he doesn't have a lot of munitions. Booby traps could also be an idea there if, Tiramisu had any orbs line. We got flares off here, by the way. 2 thumbs up, I think. Starting to look like a lot of German players, at least Obercoins watching reviews, Panzer was starting to realise, hang on, the flare ability is actually quite great in this card. It allows Tiramisu to just spot out where Ashablois is and also detect there's any setups for an assault here. Plus, it's spotting for the artillery. So there's a lot of utility in just a simple flare there for Tiramisu. Again, thumbs up on that one. Thumbs up on that. And worth noting, when I do say I give a thumbs up, I do physically give a thumbs up. I don't give 2 thumbs up, I do physically give 2 thumbs up. Just in case someone was wondering. Wow, those paratroops have some really rubbish luck with those mines. Every single time it seems like they lay down a mine, a tiger appears and shoots at them. That is some pretty brutal Pavlovian instruction there by Tiramisu, it seems. At this rate, they're just going to be terrified of the mines and just laying them down. Because they're going to associate with a tiger tank appearing out of nowhere and shooting at them. Tiramisu could go for a Jagdpanzer to back up the Tiger tank or a Panther 4. I think I'll work out here. We've got white phosphorus here from the Packard works. Very interesting. Very interesting. So not much of a thing. Got 7 kills of 2. South side I think could be open here for a push by Ashablois here. Particularly combined with the cluster bombs. Panther 4 there for Tiramisu and the Führer Grenadier Brigade. Mines down here. Of course, another thing Ashablois could consider might be going for a second Packard here. Just go heavy artillery or go for a Scott. Options there for Ashablois. We'll have to cause what they take. But again, it does feel like there's a slight command paralysis here by Ashablois against Tiramisu. A bit of hesitancy, a bit of a lack of a clear idea as how to deal with this. Of course, there's a lot of white forces going in the general direction here of Tiramisu. Up north, the Sturm Pass quick retreat in the face of the paratroopers and the Shermans. Mines him again this time. As to say, 3rd time's the charm, as no targeting appears to blast him into dust. Ooh, line's gun almost clear up with the white phosphorus. Very good there. Well, not for the crew, obviously. This white phosphorus is incredibly nasty stuff. Both, if you get caught in use, it burns, but also the smoke itself is incredibly toxic. Bit of quiet here. On a 52 was 30. Panther northwards there under Tiramisu's command and the Panzer commander. Jackson up to the Panther 4, good hit. Punches right through the Panther 4's 80mm frontal armor. Lieutenant right here with the command Tiger. 4 kills. Close veterans 1 and tank opens up. Bounces off the Tiger tank's 100mm thick Krupp steel. Ooh, we actually have some monsters did not get off as well though. The Jackson is awfully close to them, so risk getting set off on that. And that's a piece of advice is be careful where you place your own mines, and then be careful about placing your units too close to your own mines, and still and other stuff like that could, quickly leave you very sad about that. 152 versus 20 here. Ashablois trying to grab the center victory point, but it's taking some serious opposition here from Tiramisu. Actually using the Kubank to spot here with thumbs up. And Tank there keeps bouncing off the Tiger's arm. This is really lucky for Tiramisu though. This is really lucky. Another bounce. I mean, the command anti-tank is technically firing at max range, which really is where it has the lowest penetration. I get the Tiger tank there, so that is something worth the else keeping in mind. It's obviously where the M1 tank is going to be the weakest. And you really want to get closer, at least have armor piercing rounds ready if you want to snipe at it. There you go, Tiger tank a bit closer. Up north, the Jack taking out. In fact, it drove over its own damn mine. Oh dear. Always again mindful you place your own mines. Be sure it might stop the enemy's movements, but you also risk hitting into them yourself. Northeast being pushed back by the Panther 4, now the Jackson away there for the Ashablois. But I think the loss of the Jackson here, and the loss I think of the front line here might just be a bit too much here for Ashablois. We'll of course have to see, but right now Tiramisu is just barging through here. Panther with the damage. Ink with the shell must have got tank here blasting away there. Anti-tank got left behind here by American infantry. Unable to maintain it. Targeting keeps pushing in. Got 13 kills on it. Veterans who won. The base of Ashablois in the 1st Armored Division is peril. Pack cards are getting hammered. Up north, the Panther got the Sherman. The Shakes for the 1st Armored Division is completely falling apart here. The Field Grenadier Brigade has broken through. The ambulance is on fire. It's chaos. It's pandemonium. It's havoc. Not the player havoc. Up north, the Panther falling back in the face of the Ralph Squad there. Not one allowed to shoot at infantry. Just a quick thought there for Tiramisu. Great here on the Ralph Squad there. More damage in the Panther Fort. Tiger tank falling back here. Half eight to veterans T2. 17 kills. Major routed out from north, close to Panther T2 there. We've still got the paratroopers launching a counterattack, but I think they're more doing it like, you know, out of the hopes they might somehow achieve something around the actual idea. Jackson Force that shoots at the Panther Force, got it. Good, good. Though the situation for Ashablois still, I think, remains quite perilous. Got artillery fire there, not doing much. Panther 4 knocked out, but Ashablois infantry from bit out. There you go. Command Tiger going here for the Jackson tank destroyed. Close to 2 here. Panther 4 combusts as it crashes into a nearby tree. Jackson down to less than half health. The Command Tiger pushes onwards, unrelentingly, like a force of nature. Jackson has somehow managed to escape here. Lucky for Ashablois. Less impressive for Tiramisu, but still, he's getting a lot of killing down there. Betchy 2 getting the Command Tiger. Jackson shoots, misses the Command Tiger there. Tiger tank does not miss the Jackson though. Smoke bombs off even Tiramisu. Could use to call in some infantry though. To be honest, he's playing a lot of manpower. They got 252 versus 297. Command Tiger pushing ahead again here. 22 kills. Under cover of smoke. Tiramisu sends them to maybe take out the Jackson while Ashablois is not ready for it. Sneaky. It looks like Ashablois hears the rumbling of the Tiger tank and holds the Jackson safe here, avoiding the sneaky trap here of Tiramisu, but then gets caught up on bad pathing or misclick. Where the Jackson's up dying. Close one there for Ashablois, but in the end, you can run, but you cannot hide from Deutschland. Ralph Squad being hammered with the Tiger tank there. Damaged engine. Ralph Squad being annihilated. We got 152 to 187. Infantry murdered here, going for the Panther 4. Those light infantry guns continue to be just absolutely amazing there for Tiramisu. And there you go, GG, game over. A loss for Ashablois, a victory for Tiramisu, a victory for Germany. Another, shall we say, indicating that perhaps Pan's grand defense and punch are returning to the meta here for the Oberkommanders. A certain again shift here that's happened as of late. All the way, nice fight between Ashablois and Tiramisu. In the end, Tiramisu, I think, again, just managed to get out artillery faster than Ashablois. Ashablois, too slow there. Partly they lost out, but also I think just got too timid at times, got too defensive, whereas Tiramisu did not, kept up pressure, kept momentum, and I think allowed ultimately Tiramisu to pull through, as again, Ashablois forced to react there. Didn't quite handle as well there, so probably should consider even something like mortar just later in smoke, at least that way open up some gaps there that could like push through, isolate units, and then destroy them. Also, really should have upgraded double bars to the troops. I'm still surprised there's only like 1 BAR per unit. That was a bit of a weird one there. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on the channel, friend, channel, family. Don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Cheers. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.